And one of the most famous dads in America today, who used to be a absolute savage, is now saying, hold on. If this were my daughter, I would be completely embarrassed. And that man is called Howard Stern.
Wow.
This is what Howard Stern had to say about Tuah girl. He said it would be, quote unquote, every dad's worst nightmare. Let's play the clip.
Audio check. At the bottom. There you go.
I was wondering if you heard of that Tuah girl that's gone viral.
How could you avoid her? I mean, I'm on Instagram not that much, but the Tuah girl is every other clip is the Tuah girl. And I think if I'm analyzing it, the reason people like it so much, the girl, first of all, is so uninhibited. And it's just so natural when she says it. It's like she didn't even think about it.
No, that's her move.
And then as a dad myself of 3 girls, like that's every father's worst nightmare to see her on Instagram going, yeah, you got to on that fucking thing.
Did you see my daughter on Instagram?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, my kid is Insta famous. She's the Tuah girl.
Okay. So that is a dad's perspective. Brandon, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's not a father's worst nightmare. How about seeing his daughter getting DP'd on a Pornhub website? You know, that's a much worse nightmare. Or God forbid, getting sexually assaulted or, you know, even transitioning into a guy. Those are all much worse scenarios than this quick viral sensation that changes her life monetarily.
Yeah, Tuah.
Yeah.
That's right. 2020 Brandon.
Okay, Kaylee. Guys, let's play a game here.
Oh, no.
You become the Tuah girl. Your dad calls you. Honey, I just saw something. This is a hypothetical. Walk me through this conversation of what your dad says to you and what you say to your dad. Go ahead.
Wow.
Hey, Dad.
Hi. So, like, there's this internet thing going on. And
I saw it already.
Okay, cool. So you know, so we have nothing to talk about, like.
No, we do.
It was just a lighthearted, like, you know, like, thing to talk about, like something silly. Like.
Yeah.
It's got 100 million views.
All my friends and my family, and by the way, your grandmother saw it as well. They're not too lighthearted about it. What do you want me to do with it? You've embarrassed me and the family, Mrs. Hawk.
I think we can get through it, honestly.
Yeah?
We can sit in a therapy session. We can talk about it, but it's not that big of a deal.
Therapy is tough.
Okay. That's and scene. There it was right there. All right, Shay.
Are you the daddy?
I'm the dad.
Okay.
Call me daddy. I'm Papa Hawk. Papa Hawk. Papa Hawk called you. Shay, ring, ring. Shay, we need to talk. It's Papa Hawk.
I'm going to be like, Mom did it too, so.
Your mother did what?
Yeah, you know, your mama, she good. That's why I married that bitch. But she didn't do it on camera, and that's the big difference.
I mean,
why would you do it on camera, Mrs. Shay?
She just talked about it.
Why would you do it on camera?
camera? I didn't do it. You were thinking
That's an important distinction.
I don't know.
Yes.
I said it on camera. I didn't do it on camera.
Right.
Interesting. Okay. Well said. Dina. Ring, ring. On this thing.
What's up, Daddy Tuah?
Color respect on that, too. What do you say? Dina, we got to talk here. Where's your dad from?
My dad's the Dominican one.
Okay, Dina, we do need necesito Okay, necesito que acudió con la Tuah en la televisión, en la social media. ¿Qué tú haces? Tú eres loca.
Tú tienes una hija. No. Again, my situation is kind of a little different. I'm a stand-up comedian. So my parents are north.
I'm your daddy. I know that you do comedy.
Yeah,
this is not a joke.
I talk about
It's not a joke.
that stuff all the time.
You're no longer mi hija.
But here's my thing about the whole thing.
Yes.
What makes me sad about it is, you know, it's true. Like, this is such a prime example of like the state of like our world is in, you know, like old Hollywood, you used to be famous as a byproduct of some sort of talent that you had. And now people are just becoming famous and then figuring out what the talent is later. So we're so screwed up.
That's a really good point, by the way. Yeah. You find the fame and then you back into the talent.
Exactly.
It's like we've seen this with TikTok. You've done stand-up comedy. These TikTokers blow up. And then they have to be like, oh shit, dude, you've got 10 million on TikTok. You do all these funny skits. Go become a stand-up comedian. And they get on stage and they're like,
and they can't do it.
By the way, have you seen Ryan Garcia try to do stand-up the other day?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, it was
terrible.
He just literally put the mic down and started boxing. They're like, no, that's not.
That's
I swear to God.
Wrong,
Okay?
wrong stage.
No.
Wrong stage.
And you've done stand-up. I've done stand-up. It ain't easy. And when you find the fame before you find the talent, things that get real ugly.
Yeah.
Tuah. Anyway. So what's the bottom line?
I mean, I have those conversations with my parents now.
So where do
about
you
the
see
things
this
I
girl
say.
where do you see this girl backing into the fame?
I think her best bet is just a merch standpoint, and if she signs with UTA, I'm pretty sure they're gonna capitalize off of
what are
it
they
as
gonna
much
do
as
with
they
her?
can.
Pornhub.
Just send her to brands.
Or she might become an
Sell her to
actor,
different
too. She might
brands.
become an
Yeah.
actor.
You know,
have suggestions?
Yeah.
you know, maybe hydration IV, maybe
Maybe she'll get a deal with Pornhub. She'll teach them on set. You know, you gotta put on it.
yeah, like
But
Teach them a
say,
thing or two.
okay, so Sarah just brought up a good point. Maybe she'll get a deal with Pornhub. So now the fame has led her. This was a fucking kindergarten teacher.
I mean, I said hydration IV, but
This was a preschool teacher a week ago. Now we're like, girl, you got to get your ass on Pornhub and teach all them hoes. Like, this is a very slippery slope here.
Poor girl.
I mean, let's be honest though. Most people become teachers just because they don't have any other option to become
And
a
it's
teacher.
easy.
Yeah.
So I would much rather that she be the Haktua girl than be my kid's preschool teacher all day. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay, Sarah, ring, ring. It's Dad. Where's your dad from?
Ohio.
Hey, Sarah, it's Dad. I've been seeing on the interweb that you're hawk-tooing, a.k.a. spitting on that thing. What the hell?
Yeah, Dad. It was just a joke, just a funny joke.
Ha! Ha!
Haha.
Hawk-tour.
My dad's not like on social media, so I don't even think we
But
would
no,
have
seriously,
this
what would your
phone call.
dad say? Like, walk me through an actual conversation.
My dad would probably be like, "What the hell, honey?" And my stepdad would be like, "Kiddo, like, it's a little embarrassing." But then
What would you say?
He would laugh and think it's funny. Like my stepdad's sharing Haktua memes all day on Facebook.
Your dad sliding in Hawk-tour girls' DMs. Hey. All right.
Honestly, I don't think my family is just like so like they wouldn't care.
Alejandra,
Oh boy.
Oh
what would your papi say to you?
I'm so bad under pressure, like giving answers, so I will be freaking out. But so my answer will be like the random one, but it will be like, well, they were gonna forget about it just in a few days, so just forget about it now, and we are good.
Yeah, in a few days. Hey, by the way, it's the most viral thing in the world.
Yes,
Hija.
I know, but it's gonna be on the internet forever. But they are gonna forget about that soon. And
Yeah, but you know who's not going to forget about it, chica? Daddy. And mommy. And abuela. And las tías. And the tías. And your entire familia.
he's gonna bring up.
You're now, you used to be my little angel. Now you're my little Haktua spit on it, girl.
But I'm making money, so it's
This is where it is.
It's
It's all about the money. This is why they say there's a decline in traditional values in America. We no longer value family. No, we no longer value religion as much. Community involvement, religion, patriotism. But it's all about that money. Listen, I'm all about the money too, but at what expense? And I'm not judging. But it's just a sign of the times. Anyway, last but not least, Natalia, I saved the best for last because I know your dad. I mean, this guy pulled me aside one time to talk about my politics. And I'm like, you're not even my fucking dad, bro. Hey, we gotta have a conversation. Oh, do you like communism? No, not at all. Oh, do you like a socialism? Not even a little bit. So we're gonna talk about what you're voting for. I'm like, who are you? I'm Natalia's papi. I'm like, I don't even know who Natalia is. Like, that's how.
that day, yeah.
Anyway, your dad, Marvin.
No,
what a guy. What would he say to you?
He'd call me. He'd start off with a big sigh like,
Tuah.
sweetheart. And then he would kind of just go into like, he always asks, so what happened? I would just tell him like, listen, it was a bad mistake. It was a drunk night. I said something on the internet and now it's on the internet. And then I would probably start crying and say, what do I do? How do I fix this?
Yeah.
What happens next?
I'm gonna be honest.
And then he'd probably
that sounds
like
like my conversation.
yeah, they'd probably be like, all right, well, let's figure it out. And then I would say, do I capitalize on it and make money?
I talked to my investment advisor.
Yeah, it would kind of go down like that. And then my mom would be very disappointed. She'd be like, Natalia, I didn't raise you like this. I invested you to go to school. I raised you to be a proper lady, and you're spitting on the internet.
My mom will be like that and crying.
Okay, so that's a good question. Who would be more upset, your mom or your dad?
I think my mom would be more emotionally upset. I think my dad would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I agree. Yeah, my mom.
Your mom?
Sure.
What about you? I mean, you said your dad would be cool with it. He sure
my
my
conversation
are
would go
more
like,
let's figure it out.
Yeah.
Women are like, oh my God, my daughter's identity. My dad would be like,
okay.
what were you thinking?
Yeah.
And then he would be like, well,
Kaylee,
what do you do
how about
now?
you? Who'd be more upset, mom or dad?
I think mom, but I feel like they'd just be like, wow, you're kind of like stupid for that. But like, they wouldn't really see too much harm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like disown you?
Shay,
you gotta
mom,
give
dad?
Dad.
Okay.
I think dad. Because his little girls, you know.
Yeah,
that's
it's so funny because I'm thinking as a man, I didn't even think about the mom.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what would your dad say? Like
But the mom.
because the number one job of a dad is to keep his girl off the pole.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I'm like the mom. Like who cares? But it's interesting.
The
here.
daughter's representation of the mom. So
Yeah.
when you have a girl like that behaving, you're like, okay, so what does the mom
What do you mean
like
by the
that?
daughter's a representation of the mom?
So, I mean, think about it. Your daughter, when you see a daughter, you think, okay, well, who raised you? It was your dad that's going to obviously show you the protection of the man side of it. But the steps that you follow, who you want to be, who's your inspiration is your mom.
Ooh.
So, you know, you have her saying, Honk Tuah, and then you're like, okay, what does the mom look like? What does she
That's
do?
a really great point because as I'm going through this search to find my Hawk Tuah girl in my life, someone said something very interesting to me. He said, just the way that the girl that you're hanging out with now, that's the way that your potential daughter will act in the future.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, I do not want my daughter acting like this girl I'm hanging out with. Like she's fun, but this is not how I want my daughter. But it's a very good point.
The Hawk Tuah keep a husband.
But
Just saying.
great point. And here's the point. There used to be a famous saying, you know, I'm looking for a girl who's a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. Now it's turning into she's just a freak in every street, in everybody knows. She's just everywhere in the sheets, in the streets. She's hot doing all over your friends. She was a preschool teacher. Now she's teaching OnlyFans girls how to hot do with that thing. Hey, y'all. But I think it's just a sign of the times. And I think, you know, parents, you know, Will Smith, his first song that became famous for was a song called Parents Just Don't Understand. I would like to know how much the parents understand about what's going on in today's society with the internet and Hawk Tuah on this thing. Anyway, moving right along. Whoa. If you like that one, click right here to watch the full SOSCAST. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.